Hello, my loves. Welcome to the Sunshine Pill. It's been a while, and I'm so happy to be back here and chatting with you guys. Today, I want to talk about a very, very important principle when it comes to manifesting your desires. And this is a very, very important law of the universe. And once you understand this, you will understand how to manifest your desires faster and with more ease, and at the same time, also create space for good things and declutter all the things that aren't serving you anymore. Okay, so let's get into it. Hello, my loves. Welcome again. So, today we're going to be talking about this very, very powerful law of the universe called the vacuum law. Okay, so what the vacuum law states is that the universe dislikes empty spaces. So, as soon as there's vacuum or an empty space, the universe rushes to fill it in with either good things or bad things. Okay, so how can we use this to our advantage? What we can do is, in order to welcome something new in our lives, in order to welcome our manifestations, first we need to create space for it. So think of it like this, right? Imagine you're in a living room that's full of furniture and there's absolutely no space for anything new to be added to that living room. Now you go shopping and you see this brand new couch that you're completely in love with. You really want it in your living space, but you know that there's no space in your home for accommodating an extra couch. So what do? You either let go of that dream, which means you let go of your manifestation, or you come home and you declutter your home and you make space for that couch. So you either give away your old couch, or you sell it, or you just get rid of it so that there is now space for that new couch to come into your house. It's the same thing with anything we desire in life. Understand that at the root level, everything is energy. So, whatever principle applies to one thing, it applies to everything in your life. So, this is the way I simplify my life, right? So, in order to understand certain principles, I just think of very practical examples. And this couch example completely made sense to me. And now I'm able to apply it in all areas of my life. So when you make space for the thing that you want to manifest, and then you put your desires out, then you complement it with your thoughts and your feelings, that desire has more potential to manifest faster into your life, right? So to give you an example, this is something that I did. Okay, so during COVID, that was a time when people were losing their jobs and people were being laid off left, right, center. And at that point, my work level in the place that I was working at that point, it had really increased so much because they were laying off so many people, and the remaining, like those of us that were remaining, were asked to like bear the brunt of that by taking on more work. So at some point, I really got burnt out and I was so stressed, and I knew that this was not serving me anymore. I knew that I was not getting paid enough for this work that I was doing. I knew that I did not want to feel this way every day when my WhatsApp was buzzing with work notifications. I didn't want to feel that way. So at that time, I decided that I want to quit my job. So all my friends and my family, they all advised me against it, and they said now the economy is in a downturn. It's really not like a wise decision to let go of your job. What is wrong with you and all of that? But I listened to my internal whisper, and it wasn't even a whisper, it was a scream at that point, right? So I listened to my own internal authority, and then I made the decision to put my papers down and quit that job. And guess what happened as soon as I quit that job? So much space was created inside my body, and then so much of my time was freed up. So when I did not have that job, even the act of just putting my papers down just released so much stress and resistance from my body that I felt like I wasn't flow. So this is what happens when you get rid of the things that you don't want. When you get rid of the things that you don't want, your body feels less resistance. And when you feel less resistant, that's when the universe can deliver things to you in a quicker and more rapid pace without any roadblocks. Okay? So when I put my papers down, I felt so relieved, I felt so stress-free, I felt really good. And for some reason, I wasn't worried about where my money would come from, because at that point, I'd already like taken up some part-time gigs and certain assignments. And guess what happened? Because of all of this amazing free time and freedom and less resistance that I faced, the universe brought me opportunities that I could not even have imagined in my wildest dreams. My income quadrupled within a year. I started getting so many more opportunities from different sources, and all of it happened because I created space for it. So if you are stuck in a dead-end job that you hate, that you're just struggling to push through the day, take that call, make that decision. It's going to be scary, I'm not going to lie, it is scary, but when you take that decision, when you create that space for yourself, that's when bigger things will find you, provided you are putting out the right vibrations. Okay, the same thing goes with finding a partner. If you're single and if you are trying to call a partner in, tell the universe that you have space for them. Like, make space for them on your bed. Don't buy a single cot and then just like say I want to manifest my ideal partner and my specific person and all of that. Get a double bed, create space for that person on the bed, clear up like space in your wardrobe, so that you're indicating to the universe that you're ready and that you have space for another person in your life. I was watching a stand-up comedy just a few days back, and in that the comedian makes fun of his friend who did this, right? So she got a double bed and she created space for her ideal partner to be manifested. She made a vision board and she also cleared up space in her wardrobe. And he was making fun of her for doing this because ultimately she did end up manifesting her partner, but it came through her parents. So her parents had signed her up on a matrimony website and she ended up finding her husband through that website. But here's the thing, the fact of the matter is that she did end up manifesting that person. The how is none of our business. The universe works in funny ways. It can bring you that thing that you desire through your parents, through your boss, through random people on the road, through like just absolutely any source. And sometimes we couldn't even imagine that it would come to us in that way. Okay, so forget about the how of how you're going to manifest. Just do the things and trust that the universe will bring it to you in some way, shape, or form. Okay, so the vacuum law is very, very powerful, and it goes even for other things. So I've literally extended this into other things in my life. So if I have like messages in my inbox or in my WhatsApp that don't feel good, that people are arguing in like in some WhatsApp groups, people keep arguing about some random things, I just delete all of that because I don't want any of that energy lingering around on my phone or in my life. So anything that doesn't sit well with me or anything that doesn't raise my vibrations, I completely delete it. And this also includes people. If there are people who are constantly bringing me down, they're out of my life. Okay, it doesn't matter what relationship I have with them. Of course, with immediate family it's different, but anyone other than immediate family, they're immediately out of my life. And it sounds a little harsh, but then it's cleared up so much space to bring in more high vibrational, more resonant people into my life. So right now, the people I have in my closest inner circle are the people I truly, truly love. We help each other grow, we raise each other's vibrations, and there's always something positive that's coming out of our relationship. This is the vacuum law for prosperity. It's also the vacuum law for abundance, relationships, health, anything that you want. This also applies to health. So how does one apply the vacuum law to health? Understand, guys, that I mentioned earlier that everything is energy. So within yourself, if your subconscious mind is harboring feelings of unforgiveness, feelings of vengeance, hatred, guilt, bitterness, any of these feelings, that is still a resistance, that is still occupying some part of your subconscious mind and your energetic field. So when you start forgiving people, when you start letting go of any of those low vibrational emotions, that's when you can welcome health into your life. So if you've been suffering with some form of health condition for a long period of time and you're not able to figure out why, look internally and see whom you need to forgive, whom you need to let go of, who you are willing to love more. Basically just welcome in more feelings of love, joy, gratitude, and let go of people who haven't, like at some point in your life, who haven't really served you. Let go of them, because that's an older version of you, that's an older version of them, that life is over. Cut them off, let it go from your system, because you're only harming yourself by keeping it in and harboring those feelings of hatred and unforgiveness and all of that. Okay, So let go. Anytime I feel that I'm attracting something or somebody who is making me feel a little uncomfortable, I look within myself first and I see what in me is causing this person to behave this way. Because I believe that I attract every single thing in my life, good, bad, ugly, whatever it is, I am responsible for it. So that gives me a lot of power to go internally and clean out whatever it is in me that caused that thing. The second thing I do is I forgive that person. I send them a lot of love. I forgive them. I tell them that I know that I might have harmed you in a previous lifetime and you're just coming to like sort of balance out that karma in this lifetime. So I forgive you. I completely love you and I want the best for you, and I let them go. And when I do that, there's so much space that's created, and I immediately fill that space up with gratitude, with like love, and those high vibrations in turn attract so many good things in my life. And sometimes I don't even know, I can't even imagine like what is going to come my way, but something amazing happens. Okay, so that's it about the vacuum law. It's a very, very, very powerful law. You might have heard of it earlier, but if you haven't tried it out yet, start doing it. Oh, and another thing, this is something I read in a course. Okay, another thing is, if there are pieces of clothing or things that don't serve you anymore, get rid of them. The concept was called get yourself new underwear. I know it sounds funny, but hear me out. A lot of times we don't end up clearing out old clothes. So there are like literally like your favorite t-shirts sitting in the closet with holes in it, some underwear with holes in it, and we don't really like change them out. But this again is signaling to the universe that you're okay with stale energy, that you're okay with like not giving yourself the best. So if you have like old and tattered clothes sitting in your closet, if you have any piece of clothing that does not spark joy, that does not like signal newness and freshness and abundance, get rid of it. Even if you own just 3 pieces of clothing, make sure that you feel great in them, that you feel like $1 million in them, and that they bring you joy, and get rid of everything else that doesn't serve you. Okay, this is another way to create more vacuum and space into your life and signal to the universe that you will not settle for anything less than the best. Okay, so this is it for today. Let me know if you practice the vacuum law. Let me know if you found this video useful. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and I will see you in the next one. Love you. Bye.